First off, thanks for riding along again. After that Sector 7 run and the incident with the brush breaker, I didn't think things could get much stranger, but the valley always finds a way to top itself. I'm hauling a heavy load today, and as soon as I cleared the yard switches, the cab radio started acting up. But it's not just static. It's not the usual solar interference or a bad ground. Listen to it. It's a rhythm, a sequence of clicks and hums that feels like it's vibrating right through the floorboards and into my boots. The old-timers call it the ghost channel. They say back in the 70s, a dispatch crew was stationed in a bunker built deep inside the mountain, right in the center of the North Tunnel. Their job was to coordinate the heavy ore trains during the winter storms when the mountain passes were too dangerous for sightlines. One night, the mountain groaned. A massive shift in the tectonic plates caused a collapse, not at the entrances, but right in the heart of the tunnel, crushing the bunker instantly. The company never dug them out. It was too expensive, too dangerous. They just braced the ceiling, laid new track over the rubble, and told the drivers to keep their eyes on the rails. But ever since then, if you're hauling enough metal, your radio stops picking up the yard, and starts picking up the bunker. We're approaching the tunnel mouth now. You can feel the air change. It gets heavy, like the mountain is pressing down on the roof of the cab, trying to see if we're strong enough to pass through its throat. I was talking to a retired driver at the steel mill, a man who lost his hearing to the old steam whistles. He told me about the static conductor. He said if you look into the darkness ahead of your headlights, right where the beam starts to die, you might see a man standing on the sleepers. He'll be wearing a high-vis vest, but the stripes don't reflect your lights. They glow with a faint, flickering blue spark, like the static you get when you pull a wool sweater off in the dark. He's not a ghost, not exactly. He's made of the electricity and the kinetic energy that 50 years of heavy freight has left behind in these rocks. As we enter the tunnel, watch the needles on my gauges. See them twitch? That's him. He's reaching out. He's not trying to derail us. He's trying to finish the dispatch order from 1974. My grandfather used to say if you hear a voice through the static tell you to stop at signal 12, you'd better slam the independent brake and dump the air, even if the signal ahead looks green. Because signal 12 was buried in the collapse, but the hole in the track where it used to be is still there, waiting for someone to fall in. 3. The dispatch from nowhere. We're in the heart of it now. The darkness is so thick it feels like oil. Can you hear that? Under the roar of the diesel engine? It sounds like a woman's voice, calm and steady, reading out coordinates over the static. Sector 4, Track 9, clear for arrival. She's still dispatching for a train that's been under 6 tons of granite for half a century. And the worst part? Sometimes, the ghost train answers back. If you hear a whistle echo from behind you, a deep, booming steam chime that sounds like it's coming from inside your own engine block, don't you dare increase the throttle. That's the buried engine trying to draft off your power, trying to use your momentum to pull itself out of the rubble and back into the world of the living. We're coming out into the light now. See how the radio static just cuts? Like a cord was snipped. The needles are steady. The mountain let us go. But every time I go through there, I wonder, one of these days, is the static conductor going to step onto my boarding ladder instead of the tracks? Is he going to finally find a ride out of the dark? Keep your eyes on the signal lights, folks. And if your radio starts singing 1940s jazz in the middle of a mountain, just keep the throttle pinned and pray you don't hear the dispatcher call your name.